Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we have another car being parted out that I want to show you and give you first opportunity to reserve your parts from. This is a 5-liter 5-speed 89 LX convertible. Actually a very rust-free chassis. It had just been well picked, sort of clean before it came here. Somebody had cut the core support bottom out and used some floor section, and actually it had no drivetrain, so I basically bought a rolling chassis, a very clean car. I think that's why it had already donated some metal before I received it. There was, like I said, this core support was taken out. You'll see a section of the floorboard back here is missing, and that was used to fix another Mustang, a notchback actually. So what we're looking at is a very sweet donor car, not available for purchase whole. But if you did need, say, a rocker section or a pillar or a frame rail or strut tower and frame rail, this is going to be a sweet donor car, which I will lower here in a little bit and show you from the top view as well. But since I've got it up in the air, and a lot of this, the attractiveness I think to this car is going to be its clean, salvageable metal, I wanted to get up underneath and show you some angles that you can't really see any other way. So extremely clean frame rails. This passenger side had been in some kind of an accident. There's a little kink right here, and it looks like this apron had been replaced. So it's not perfect and undamaged, but it definitely is a nice rust-free section here, complete. Like I said, came in as a roller, had full gray interior, and I've got the doors off here. I've got the trunk off already, very, very clean LX trunk. So if you are interested in body parts, interior parts that I'd already removed, just so they don't get rained on and beat up outside, go ahead and give me a shout either in the comments below, or you can send an email through the website or contact me on Facebook. So again, I think there's going to be some very clean metal sections here available, that with so many restorations going on now and everybody wanting to use original sheet metal, I mean, these rear corner sections are usually beat and rotted. This one's kind of neither. Some Bondo here from some kind of an accident and a half-ass repair. It's like a slide hammer and stuff like that. But back here, no damage. All looks really, really good. The 8.8 is still in it. I have the full set of factory convertible springs. I've got the rears still installed. The fronts are actually sitting on the kind of a frame rail up there as a ballast to keep this thing from shaking around while I got it up in the air. But a very clean 8.8 with factory gears, arms. As far as I can tell, this is all factory catback exhaust, polished 2 1/4 inch tips into a Ford muffler on either side. These are actually original Ford. That's a Ford muffler right there. Pretty sure that is as well, with the heat shields on top. So if somebody really wanted to get crazy and put some factory exhaust back on, I mean, this is what I've got available from this vehicle today. Of course, I do have dozens of other catbacks and such, but that's not the purpose of today's video. I just want to go through and give everybody an opportunity to see what I've got available on this LX. So clean torque box areas. Transmission tunnel is available. This kind of rear, I've seen a lot of cars rotting out in this rear frame rail type area. This is all really, really clean metal. So I'll show the whole floor here, well, what's left of the floor, just to show how clean this stuff is. So if you needed this front passenger corner area where like the firewall meets the floor, very, very clean. Usually these are, where I'm from here in the Midwest, they're usually rusty to some extent, if not rotted out completely. And yes, this is a good section, as well as is the driver's side. Very nice original factory floor pan sections. Trans tunnel for a 5-speed. I know there's a lot of, there's some aftermarket options for that piece up there, but of course nothing's going to fit and be correct like a factory trans tunnel section. And then up into the subframe and back into the firewall. So that's what the underside looks like. Let's go ahead and let her down. Again, 89 LX 5-liter 5-speed. So some of the wiring is specific to the 5-liter 5-speed, like the transmission harness. The taillight harness is going to be specific to this soft top type vehicle. As you can see, I've got the 2 front springs here and the rear springs still installed, so I'm going to keep those together as a set of 4 OEM convertible springs, V8. Still got some seat belts and things I got to get out, but anyone need, you know, a rocker, a floor section, a pillar section, the windshield will be coming out, which is still an original car light. This car must have had very low miles. Factory mufflers, not a lot of rust. It did come from our area, which my area here is Illinois. So for it to be this clean and this old makes me think definitely is a lower mile car. And well, what else can I show you? Obviously it'll have all the parts like any other Mustang would, wiper transmissions and the engine harness and computer and pedal assembly, those kind of things that are a little more generic that I have in the online store. But there is some one-of-a-kind stuff that this car can provide, or not one-of-a-kind, just stuff I don't get all day every day. I don't really get rockers like this every day, rust-free floor pans and trans-tunnel area stuff. Not something that comes in every day, and not something I make available, you know, all the time. Get to I cut parts cars up, you know, every couple weeks or so, and they're getting tougher and tougher to find. So I'm kind of going over them even more now with a finer tooth comb, just to make sure I get every little fender bracket, every little hood prop screw, all that stuff, just to make sure that as best I can, I keep all the parts so these cars can stay as original as possible and keep on moving down the road. Right, Henry? Right, buddy? Come here. All right, I better go throw him a bone. But thank you for your attention. If you like what you see and you want to see more, go ahead and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You can like this video, which will help it reach others, and share with anyone that you think may find it interesting or may want to see what other products I have available in the future. So thank you everybody for your attention, and hope to hear from you soon.